So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade into 2020, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember, earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
Caught. It's Wilson.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Pollard is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Here's Fields.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
He'll buy some time, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tony Pollard, his 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Ravens put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Fields trying to throw for it.
And he will get in to make it 8-0.
So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. 1st down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Bengals at 13-3 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run right on the option. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Matt Milano able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape, because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Ready. 10 cycles. Ready?
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
And Lance going to throw.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Let's go now.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he'll get this awfully close to a 1st down. Boy, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. Going with their tight end on 4th. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
From his own end zone, Fields.
And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
It's brought in by Wilson.
Down the left sideline.
20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Cedric Wilson, 93 yards.
And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Smash, red. Faster, faster.
Here's Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Let's go now.
On play action, Fields
Steps away.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Fields going to keep it once more.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Fields
on the move to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a 1st down?
On 4th down, Fields.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Ready, ready.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting in the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Now a first down throw. Fields. Pollard here once again. Back-to-back catches.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Fields now to throw.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Fields.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, set.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively off. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Ready.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
A final shot before half for Lance.
He's going to take another shot here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked by Chad Muma. And are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Flacco from the shadow of the goalpost. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line. On second down, this is Madison. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Shakir hauls it in. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Ravens, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
The Ravens offense set to go now as they'll have it on this opening drive of the contest. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Fields. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Micah Parsons buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Fields. And the pressure gets to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Andy Lee now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers.
Leading them out, the 2nd-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones.
For a guy still in his 2nd year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild card round.
first down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Back to throw, Fields.
Got a man open, it's Darren Waller.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fields on first down. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, it's Fields.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now Fields.
This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Now it's Fields.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Justin Fields
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
On 2nd and inches, Fields. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
That one good for 37 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Wilson's got it complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Cedric Wilson, 38 yards.
And the Ravens strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because
the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Jalen Waddle,
63 yards.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, the Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose. On 1st down, Fields.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack.
Fields.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down.
Here's Fields. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And he has got it from 55 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On first down, Fields. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to... Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
Fields throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Fields rolling to his right. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Fields, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are drawing close. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
He's going to look deep for more. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Throwing again on second down. Fields caught by Wilson.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he will have a Ravens first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Fields now to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Fields finding Waddle again. Not much stopping him in this one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And he's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
To throw is Fields.
And it's caught over the middle. Wilson.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. From the gun, here's Fields. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little pass.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
from a yard out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Pollard going to try the right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Ready?
From the 45 on 2nd down, Hurts. And Watson has it, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And, partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That goes for a gain of 31.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Forced out to his left.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted.
It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Fields on 1st down.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Cedric Wilson from 21 yards away.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hurts.
They're going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
That's complete to and he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On second down, here's Henry.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Back to throw here.
He finds Watson complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them, that big play right there.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They go play action with Hurts.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been